Hi, so we're going to work on our Genius Hour Step 6. This is going to be your reference list or your works cited for your Genius Hour. So I have a couple that I'm going to show you as an example so that you have an idea of what we're doing. So the first thing that we're going to do when you're compiling your list of 10 sources, 10 different sources. Remember, you need note cards for these sources as well. This is going to work on just making that reference or works cited. The first thing you want to start with is writing reference or works cited at the top of the page. This should be the same font size as the rest of your paper, either Times New Roman or Arial, and you can have it in size 12 font. It needs to be centered. It should not be bolded. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our reference list. Notice we have 4 references here that we're going to look at. All 4 are listed in alphabetical order. Remember, you should always have your reference or works cited in alphabetical order, and you should also make sure that it is in numeric order. Remember, numbers come before letters. So as we're starting with this, notice the first one has multiple authors. When you have a works cited that has multiple authors, you want to go last name, comma, first initial, period, comma. So we can single out every single one. When we get to that third person or even that second person, we don't write the word and, we use the symbol for and then we write the last name, comma, period, comma with their last initial. The next part is the date. The most important thing to put is the year. Now, if you have a month in which you found this, that is completely fine to put the month there too. Make sure the month is actually listed on the article somewhere. If it is not listed and just says last updated 2011, then that's where you want to put it. Remember, most of your sources should be in the last 10 years. They shouldn't be older than that because they can be kind of outdated and not useful anymore. We then surround it with brackets and put a period at the end. This is the title of the article in which I've read. The title of the article goes here. I put a period at the end of that. Now, if this is a web page that you're using, you can put that. Like if you're looking at Wikipedia's website, this might be something on controversial policy. That might be the title of the web page, and that's okay to put that there too. The next part we have is the website or the journal in which we found it. This was the Association for Information of Science and Technology. This was actually a journal. This right here is optional for you, retrieve from. I simply need the URL, but you can put retrieve from. That is the proper format to do that in. However, I'm not going to be particular if you just put the URL. And make sure that we do put the URL. The next one isn't necessarily a single person. This was a committee. This was actually notes posted from that committee. It wasn't an article. It was actually a committee meeting, and the notes were posted from that. So this would be like your interviews. So the committee was the concerns regarding social media and health issues in adolescents and youth adults. That was the name of the committee opinion. So the committee opinion is telling me that this is an opinion of the committee. This was the notes. This is the actual committee that met. And I got the notes from that meeting. So this was an actual 2016 February meeting. And this was a committee opinion. So what that means, or what this is telling you in parentheses, what this is. So for you guys, this might be a personal interview here instead of committee opinion. Mine was actually retrieved from a committee opinion. So, and then retrieve from, and then I have the URL. Again, this one right here, that's optional. It was a specific date, so we want to put that there. We do put this is not there's no title, there is no website, because this was actually just the minutes of a committee meeting. And so therefore that would be like your interview that you're going to be doing with those people. This could also say you should put personal interview right here. You shouldn't put email, or that should be your personal interview. The next one we have here, this is going to be a single author, and this is also going to be a single author. So Rebel, we want to you can put her first name. If she doesn't have her first name, that was not listed there, I'm going to put your first initial, period, M. Notice there was no month for this one, so we just have a year, period, comma. The 9 elements of digital citizenship, that is the title of the article that I wrote, and this was in the Digital Citizenship for Schools second edition. This was found within a book. And so the book, notice it's the same as there. This was a book that was done, but it was in a PDF form, and I got that from a professor. So that's the URL. Notice it is hyperlinked because it is an actual live hyperlink. It's okay if your URLs are hyperlinked. Your doc will do that automatically. The next one is going to be more like your web page. So this one is policy priorities. Can social media and schools be friends? So this was an actual newsletter that came out. So there is no website for this. This notice with what we're seeing here, this is a newsletter. So we can see that right here. That is a newsletter that's coming out. So it just has a URL that in which it was linked to, and that's the title of the newsletter. If you don't have a website, it's okay just to put the title as long as the URL is there. And again, that retrieve from is going to be optional. I hope this was helpful. Notice there's only 4 here, but you need to have a list of 10 sources. The people that you contact, you can have multiple sources for that, and that's totally okay. I hope that was helpful.